Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. By everyone, we mean the awesome couple, Thrifty Nomads. And anyone else that's watching this later on. So anyone catch this later on, or you happen to fall into this chat for some weird reason, we are Sell Quick, Ship Quick. I'm Hugo.
And I'm Tiffany.
Together we do reselling, and we do all kinds of other stuff. We're personal trainers. We're in education. We're in restaurant, business, all kinds of stuff. And then, yeah, so if you guys ever have any questions about reselling or fitness, you guys could always find us either here on YouTube or you can find us on
Instagram.
And on Instagram, we are Sell Quick, Ship Quick. Keep it easy. All right, so we're going to take a moment to let everyone come on in.
Oh, Valerie's here.
Thank you. Yes, it was my birthday on Saturday, the 9th. It was a great time. I still got happy birthday.
Batman.
In Batman theme, because you're never too old. I'm not. I'm going to be 60 years old, and I'm going to have Batman plates on my birthday.
Wait, 60?
60.
Oh.
I have like a 6-year-old, though.
22. Yes, Val. He's 22.
Exactly. Forever 22. Although I'm pretty sure I'm healthier now than I was when I was 22. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
What else do we got coming in here in the chat right now? It's just a couple people. So we'll get going, though. And we're really going to talk about today is health. And in terms of health is getting back on it, because it's not always easy to get back on it. Getting on either a healthy eating regimen or fitness or, whatever works for you. But in terms of health, getting started.
Yeah. Orlando's here.
Hello, hello. And then also in terms of the reselling portion, which we'll do on the second half of our video here, we're going to talk about customer service and reselling. We believe customer service is real important, and our background in restaurant management and fitness training, where we are independent trainers, so we work and we are the customer service with our clients. It really matters. So we'll talk about that in the second part too.
But how is we're flipping good stuff.
Hello from Australia. I don't know what time. What time is it in Australia? I know I can check my phone, but you're probably quicker than I am. Let's see. It's probably like 9 a.m. tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This needs the IG hearts.
Yeah, if we had IG hearts, it'd be
midday.
Midday. Okay, almost got it. All right, so we'll get going though. So in terms of healthy habits, curious in the chat. Again, if you're watching this later on, you could always pull up the live chat and read along. But in the chat, let's see, what is your healthy habit? Whether it's having a set amount of water to drink, do you have a certain diet you try to follow? What do you guys have going on? Let's see, give you guys a chance there. So while you guys answer there, we actually, to be honest, because we like to be honest, we fell off the wagon in terms of our healthy habits because all kinds of things in life takes over, right?
Well, I was sick, so I couldn't really work out because I couldn't breathe.
You couldn't eat well, so it's really whatever you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she's sick,
Hugo is sick too.
I'm sick too. I'm sick. We are one. But then I got sick too, and then I was out for a bit. Then all kinds of stuff happened. But at the end of the day, we got to get back on it. We can't just sit down and let it go and be like, you know what, it was difficult. Fell off the wagon. We'll pick it up again next year. So our healthy habits right now is we're going to work on intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was doing intermittent fasting ish because traditional intermittent fasting is 16 hours off, 8 hours on, and mine was more like 14 off and 10 on. But today my first meal was post gym, and that was at 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30. I
didn't eat.
I didn't eat. I just had bars, which I know I ate. But again, get back on it. I actually haven't really done intermittent fasting myself because I just watch my food and eat throughout the day.
You watch it go down?
I watch it go down. But on the chat here, we got Nomads working on water. So we had a whole talk and we had a whole live, and we had a lot of people tag us. So again, if you guys want to tag us in how you have your water, and by water we do hope we're talking about regular water, not water with like coffee or sugar in it. Go ahead and tag us in IG. We love to share that. But yeah, water is an important part of everything our body needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got on there?
Intermittent fasting. Val's talking about it. Low carb, keto. I mean, I don't do keto. Yes, because tacos. You can't have low carb. I mean, you could have low carb tacos. They're just not the same.
Yeah.
But you know, carbs are not bad. It's gotten a bad rap, but carbs are needed for energy. But if you're not doing anything, that's where the carbs are bad. So we are definitely guilty of having too much carbs.
Yeah.
When we're not working out and when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing to use the carbs.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we're trainers. We understand, we know. And at the same time, we're also real busy with
and we're people.
Yeah, we're human. And it's not to say it's okay to always just make mistakes and slip up. It's just if it happens, you move on from it. You don't dwell on it. I mean, if you've been on a healthy diet for 6 weeks, then you go off and you have a birthday weekend and you eat all this stuff, there's no need to dwell on it. Move on.
Yeah.
Get back on it.
Because if you're going to just dwell, you're not going to make any right changes.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of Josh is here.
Hello.
And I don't know if I'm going to say your name right. Briek, I hope, needs more carbs.
Needs more carbs.
I think we all kind of feel like we need more carbs.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you're
I said it right.
She's better at pronouncing and reading and pretty much altogether.
And pupusas, if you guys have not had pupusas are amazing, but
yes.
They're carby as well.
Oh, they're heavy carb, low protein, high carb, high fat.
But we're trying to get back into our system. We're trying to get back into the routine of getting our workouts in, getting our, well, I mean, my water is usually better.
My water tends to be mostly coffee, so I am increasing my water as well. Again, fell off that wagon because just being sick and throws you off. But getting back on it, yes, routine is key.
So definitely picking up our water, picking up our meal prep for next week, because this week we have a special guest.
Oh, yes. You might hear some noises behind us, and that's because my mom's back in the kitchen cooking up a storm. We're excited for dinner.
So
she cooked for my birthday this weekend too. Oh, it was so good. She made tacos. We were lucky enough to have Thrifty Nomads here, Will and Jenny, for a birthday. So it was a great weekend.
And we had to eat all the tacos because there was like 300.
Yes, she made 300. Oddly, she made 300, but they're actually pretty much all gone. I think we have like 6 left.
Yeah, but this week we are going to indulge in her cooking because it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then get back on track next week.
Yeah. But
I mean, that also doesn't mean we're like eating super horrible.
Yeah, we actually are adjusting our diets because we're going to end up, we know we're going to eat dinner here. We know it's not the cleanest of meals. So we have clean lunch and breakfast snacks or whatnot, because then we know we're going to come in here and have pollo en crema. If you don't know what that is,
it's chicken and cream.
Yeah, but it sounds weird when you just say chicken and cream. Pollo en crema sounds tastier. What sounds tastier, pollo en crema or chicken and green or cream?
Chicken and green. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa.
Pollo en crema.
Pollo en crema. Yeah.
I agree.
But besides food, it also talks about getting back. We want to talk about getting back on your activity wise, like whether you like to go out and walk 20 minutes a day. Then it got cold outside because this last winter, even in LA, for us, it was cold and stormy. But I know other parts of the country were really cold and stormy. So that'll definitely keep you out from doing your walks. But instead of sitting back, it's time to just shake it off and get back to it. In our case, again, getting back to the gym.
Yeah, we've been to the gym a lot for training, but not necessarily for ourselves. So we finally got back into a routine last week.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days, and then today's the start of a new week. So today we did get to work out.
I'm sore. My legs hurt. My butt hurts.
Your
but
chest.
Hey, my chest is better now.
Your boobs.
My boobs. Which means tomorrow I'm gonna go
boob day.
Yeah, boob day, and then I'm gonna be hurting again.
Birds are a good sign.
Yes.
Yeah, spring is here.
Yes. Oddly enough, it's actually started to rain outside right now here.
Oh,
LA is weird, yeah.
Yeah, the soreness when you get back to it. Yeah. I think Nomads knows what it feels like to be sore after getting back into the gym.
And I'm not sure if Orlando's still in there, but Orlando knows how it is too. But yeah, so I mean, it's all about, you don't have to start intense either. So making small changes. So going out for a longer walk, going out for 20 minutes for a walk, or what people do is after dinner, they'll go out with their kids for a 15-minute walk. Mm-hmm. Walk the dog.
So when we're saying activity, doesn't mean like go throwing heavy weights around. It just means be active, be moving, not sitting in front of the computer to list all day, getting a few minutes here and there just to get your heart rate up, limbs moving.
Yeah.
Orlando's still here.
Orlando's still here. Yeah, well, I mean, Orlando knows it's getting, again, he worked out with us. He knows what it feels like to be sore. So it's not fun, but it's also one of those things where if you're sore and you sit on it, you're going to
get more sore.
You're going to get more sore. And then when you come back to do activity again, you can get sore. So the best thing we always recommend for everyone is just keep moving when you're sore. Next day, just walk. Whatever you did the day before, go walk. We were actually talking to Loretta earlier, and she was saying how she's very sore from starting up her own regimen. But nonetheless, she made it to the gym to at least move.
Oh, we're getting ready for hell. Well, it's 80 degrees for a lot of Josh in Georgia, which I do better in hot weather.
Yeah.
And then Jasso, we're getting ready for hell, 118 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh.
So you can cook your eggs on the sidewalk again.
I remember the videos of or pictures of trash cans, the recycling blue cans just melted on the street.
Cookies on the street.
Or street signs melting. Yeah, now we don't mean we like that warm of weather.
Just mean like warmer. We flipping good stuff. Stay at home dad's working out, putting away the weekly grocery shopping. How much groceries do you got?
Yeah.
And Hickory's going to go through Georgia.
Awesome. Say hi to people. I mean, and another thing that's real cool, we've had a great time meeting people that are in the community, Thrifty Nomads, Orlando, Pure House Podcast. We also met Mike at a different time. If you can, meet up for a cup of coffee, even if it's just say hi, meet people, remember they're real.
Lisa, use the foam roller on the back of my knee, on the back of your bad knee. So if you're going to roll, if you're going to use a foam roller, use it on your muscles. So behind your knee, maybe not directly behind your knee, but on your hamstrings going up towards your knee and on your calves towards your knee. And that's where you should be rolling. So when you're foam rolling, you don't really want to roll on your bones,
joints,
and directly on your joints, but the muscles that surround those joints.
Yeah, and in most cases, when you have a joint that hurts, obviously there is arthritis, and that's its own pain. But when you have pain that you feel like a tight knee or a tight, your shoulder's tight, it's not your actual joint that's tight; it's the muscles around those joints. So if your knee is a little tight or hurts, it's probably going to be your hamstrings that are tight or your quads that are tight, and you want to roll those out too.
And your calves. Yeah,
your calves. I mean, when people say my whatever is tight, it really means that muscle is so tight it's pulling on the joint, and then it hurts.
Yeah, partial tear, lump when it gets pissed off. Yeah, don't piss it off more.
Don't piss it off.
You want to make sure that you're rolling the muscles that surround it. And so like for our clients with like low back pain, instead of rolling your actual low back, you roll from your upper lats and go down towards your mid back, and you stop there instead of going all the way down.
Yeah. And then also roll your glutes.
Your glutes too.
I mean, so your butt, it's not just there to look nice. It's actually doing something that keeps your body standing upright. So when we talk about doing leg exercises, it's also to help your back, because the stronger your legs, the stronger your body's going to be to hold itself up.
Yeah, and Brick has been going to the chiropractor since February. Yeah, the chiropractor helped us.
Yeah, I've had issues where I've actually had pains and like stuck where I couldn't like move my arm. Chiropractor was awesome. Really helped us out. And then also some, I get back spasms at time. He's also been great for that too.
My hips were messed up and my legs. Yeah. One leg was longer than the other, and he had to adjust me back into place.
Yeah. And then your knee was hurting a lot, and then turns out it was because
my hip,
your quad, or
my quad. My quad was tight, and then he helped fix that, and my knee issue went away.
Yeah, so it was, again, so it's always great to find help, whatever helps you. And some people do acupuncture or other stuff too, but it's all about finding a way to help yourself so that you can get going and get moving. The cat sweater for the win. Always.
And it was thrifted.
Always. And I just made sure not to wear red because I don't want to look like a Target worker.
Yeah.
Unless I go Target shopping, then I get to blend. All right. So then the other thing we want to talk about, though, was customer service. So curious, what for those who are resellers, and I think everyone in here right now is a reseller, what platforms are you guys selling on? Because customer service, I feel like it's different in each platform.
Yeah.
The type of customers' responses tend to be different. And how we respond actually is pretty much the same, but we get different people. So
Hickory, eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark.
Okay. So we have Etsy. We just aren't real active on it.
Yeah. Respond fast. Yes.
That's a good one. And the reason for fast is if somebody's upset, the longer you let them sit and stew in their upset moment, the less likely you might be able to switch the situation around.
A lot of Josh, eBay, and Poshmark right now. I know we flipping good stuff. You guys don't have Poshmark yet. So
they
eBay
just
Marketplace.
Okay. I assume it's Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I think so. We have eBay Poshmark, right? And then like Etsy has 4 items.
Yeah. Etsy exists.
Yeah, Etsy is there. We have an account.
We need to put more work into that one.
Yeah. Hickory, I ship as if I was Amazon. Same. We have same day shipping.
Yep. Even though we're real busy, we have you get to set. So when you do same day shipping, you get to change your cutoff. Our cutoff is at 6 a.m. our time. So that means I'll wake up at, no matter what time I go to sleep, I'll wake up at 7 a.m. to check if we sold anything before 6 a.m. that I have to ship. When I don't. If something sells at 6:30, I'm going to go to sleep.
A lot of Joshua. We're talking about having accounts. I can go on and on. But yeah, so we do have those 3 that we would focus on. Silent treatment after return approved. Yeah, well, the reason we brought this up was 2 of our friends, they do reselling part-time as a hobby to feel their shopping addiction. And yesterday night, I believe, they got a question about 2 cycling jerseys. One cycling jersey was up for bid. The other one is a buy it now. And our 2 friends really only do auctions. And more recently, after listening to Pure Hustle podcasts, they decided to move some of their items over to buy it now. And so they had 2 cycling jerseys that were both XXL. And they were both, I believe, Army or U.S. Air Force jerseys. But they were military cycling jerseys from Primal Wear. Same size, just 2 different options of purchasing. And a potential buyer, messaged them and asked to get both jerseys for $30 shipped. well, our friends were asking for some help. They had never, moved the items around. They weren't sure what to do. And so we had advised them to bundle it up and ship it out together, make an offer to the potential buyer. And after they had set it up, they had, looked at the 2 cycling jerseys. They weighed it out. They don't have a store, so their discounts for shipping is different.
I don't think they even have a discount.
Yeah, they might just be paying regular postal rates. And so they decided to put the 2 cycling jerseys together at $30 and then ask for the buyer to pay shipping. Well, the response from the customer was not very nice. It wasn't
the rudest thing we've gotten, but it was obviously
short.
an unhappy customer.
It was, not the nicest response to their offer. And so they initially were not going to respond, but we told them what we would do. And we always leave good. We always respond nicely, even if the customer is having a bad day, even if the customer is short with us or kind of rude to us, we'll respond very nice.
Yeah. And by all means, we're going to be honest. When we get an angry response behind the screen, we're like, what? Why do you got to be like that? And then we go on there. Hey, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah.
And etc. So I typed up a quick little response, something similar to what we would do, sent it to them. They put in, like a little bit more into the message. They sent it to the customer. Customer turned around and was really nice about it. And their response was, due to the rise in shipping costs, we have, this is what we can do. And the buyer was a lot more accepting of that and agreed to split the cost of shipping with them because it was going to be $8. And so
they flipped it around. They still got the sale. It's not exactly the original offer, but
the original offer was like $38.60. They ended up getting it for $35.
Yeah, and then they paid a couple bucks. So at that point, I mean, they just dropped down like $2.
Yeah, but now the customer was nice. They responded nicely. They responded well to the nice reply from our friends. And that's usually our suggestion for customer service. And we don't respond angrily.
No, we've had real upset customers. And if you get a real hostile customer, what we would advise is call eBay and let them know that you have a real hostile customer. Mm-hmm. And then respond kindly and let eBay know I am responding nicely. Or even after you respond, you call eBay just to flag the situation. Because if something gets worse, whether it's related to after buying an item from you, they get angry. They just want to give you bad feedback or something. But if eBay gets notified and then you show that you're being proactive, it's a better chance that eBay is going to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Lisa was saying, respond fast, acknowledge their frustration. People do appreciate being heard. And sometimes buyers, I don't know them. They could have just been having a really bad day, or they might have had
those days, yeah.
Or they might have, had a really bad experience in the past with another seller. And this is just how they respond because they might be expecting a mean response in return. Mm-hmm. So try to be nice about it. And we had, was it 2 weeks ago? We had something similar happen to us.
Oh, with one of the items.
With the dress, where our customer was really upset over the dress because.
And this was on eBay. And
this was on eBay. They didn't.
First shot was real aggressive.
Yeah.
Angry.
It was really angry. They said we sent them the wrong item, that we listed. And, it was in our description. It was in the title. The title was a mini dress. It means that it is miniature.
There's also measurements.
And there were measurements. And they were really upset. They were really hostile in the first message.
And then they were saying, I'm a certain weight and at this height, I should be a small. It's like, well, this is a mini dress. If you're tall and you weigh less and you wear small and other items, that mini dress might fit you in terms of like width, but you're taller. It's going to get shorter.
Yeah.
But what do? We
responded really nice, and we told them to just keep the item because the cost of the item was $5 to us. Asked them to keep it. They responded really apologetic.
Yeah, they felt bad. They were like, "Oh no, let me send it back to you. I'll pay for shipping myself."
That's too kind.
And we were like, you know what? It's okay. Keep it, pay it forward, give it to somebody else, donate it. Don't worry about it. And the reason we did that was the business side of it is if we buy an item for $5, and I believe in that item we did have free shipping. So that means we paid, say, $4 for shipping. So then there's $9. Well, we sold this dress for, I think, like $18 or something like that.
Yeah.
Not too much. It was one of those quick flips. And then if we had to pay the return because it was item not as described, then we'd pay another $4 for a return. So then our costs were way up there. If we try to resell the item, it just wouldn't be worth it. Yeah. So best thing is we'll lose $5, but we keep a happy customer and
possibly a return customer.
Yeah. And then in other situations too, on eBay too, we had a customer go on and they were trying to buy knitting needles from us and they couldn't find the exact one they wanted. Well, after talking to them, sorry, we don't have this, that, they actually came back and they bought
Ed Hardy shirt.
Yeah, Ed Hardy shirt from us. So real nice. And we actually get often like, this is not normal for eBay. I'm not used to this kind of thing. I'm really sorry I did this or responded this way. I'm like, it's okay. It happens. Move on. I understand. And I mean, we have a lot of items. We're not selling a ton every day. So, I mean, when we get a return, whether it's 5, 30 or whatever, it does hurt us a little. But we honestly feel there's more value in customer service than $5.
Yeah. And it's a lot more, there's a lot more energy being wasted when we're getting upset over it. And we don't need that to ruin our day or to ruin our mood and, you know, get us upset over something like that. Because
this morning we had a return on a appliance piece that we sold.
Oh, that's
and
right.
It's just like, oh, sorry, after looking at what I had, it's not what I needed. So we woke up, saw that, okay, and went back to sleep because it's not worth literally losing sleep over.
Yeah. We're going to get it shipped back to us and we're going to relist it.
Yeah, exactly.
For a higher price, but
yeah, slightly higher price, but still we'll be able to sell it.
Yeah, and it's true. The general customer, the general public does not know about the increased postal rates. And because we are, you know, unfortunately competing with Amazon, where everything is free shipping and you see things that are $5 free ship. We cannot do $5 free ship because there's
just no way. And with the new, and the new shipping rates are zoned. So, I mean, if we sold something to somebody else in California, $5 free ship, we'd be able to make some dollars on it after fees, maybe some cents. But if we ship that same item to New York, it'll probably eat up the whole thing.
Yeah, and Josh is right. I think most buyers are good, reasonable people. It just takes that one guy to ruin it for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, that's
why we actually had a response like that. We had a customer who was kind of rude and then told us that they had a bad experience on eBay.
And that's why they were just so upset about it. And we apologize for them having a bad situation, even though we had nothing to do with it. But we acknowledge, like Kiki's mom said earlier, you acknowledge their frustration because, I mean, put yourself in their shoes. I mean, maybe not necessarily online, but you've gone to Target, bought something that was bad or wrong, and you come upset. You just want the situation taken care of, and then you go back into Target and you buy again.
Yeah.
So kind of following that same policy. It's been working for Target, so maybe it'll work for SelfQuick.
Yeah, I do think most people forget that they're buying from small sellers, and they think that eBay is
a company as a whole.
Yeah.
They forget they're directly dealing with individuals. That makes sense too.
Lisa just got a rare 3-star in Posh for fit, put measurements in, acknowledged her frustration, said she appreciated her review. She wrote back, thank you for being so sweet. Yeah, you know, we just got.
So, I mean, so that was eBay. eBay sometimes, I think eBay gets angrier responses sometimes because people have had real bad situations with eBay because eBay's been around so long.
Yeah, so, I mean, the longer you've been around,
there's more chances, for error for people to have those bad experiences. So we've had angry eBay customers, but like that's what we do, right? So then on Posh, it's a little different, right?
Yeah, I mean, we just get our our like love notes or
on eBay they're feedback, and on Posh it's love notes.
But we actually just got 2 3-stars ourselves, and so one of them was for the smell of the item because they said that the detergent that we used was too strong, and it took. What did she say?
They said after 4 washes.
No, it was 3 washes. Oh. After 3 washes, no, 2 washes. She said she washed it twice and that the smell was still there. We've never had an issue with any of our clothing items.
Yeah, we don't use very strong scented things. So this is a very isolated situation where that person felt that way. Yeah,
and they gave us 3 stars on a soft surroundings 2X long sleeve button down shirt.
Yeah, and then but the rest of it was everything fit great. It just was a little bit strong smelling. Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one was a lady who purchased 2 bundles from us, and it was back-to-back bundles. The first bundle came and it was 2 items that she received, and she gave us 3 stars, and the reason was other. So I
don't know.
Don't know what
how
other
to
means.
improve on other.
Yeah.
But it happens. And then I mentioned last time, I think I said it in one of our lives at some point, but I messed up and sent the wrong pair of jeans on Posh. They looked identical. Literally, it's the same jean, just different size. We responded 100%, like Valerie said, real quick, said, we apologize. It's totally our fault. We mixed it up. We'd love to take care of this for you. And at that point, we weren't expecting her to buy again. We just wanted to make sure she got her money back, and we got our item back and taken care of. Mm-hmm. And then once we agreed to everything immediately and took responsibility, she's like, "Oh, do you mind putting the other item up? I'd like to buy it." So then she still bought the other pair of jeans.
Yeah. And Val's right. It goes the same way for sellers. Not all sellers are nice. Not all sellers are created equal. And one bad seller can definitely ruin it for the rest of us because the customer is going to assume all eBay sellers or all Poshmark sellers are going to be the same, not answer messages, be slow on response time, be slow on shipping time and stuff like that, and give them bad customer service. And then they take it out on the rest of us.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of any other situation on Posh, but again, Posh is a fairly new platform. Mm-hmm. The people that shop on Posh is a different crowd than eBay. I mean, people shop on all platforms, but we haven't had too many angry responses on Posh, really.
No. And then on Mercari, we don't really deal with customer service too. Well, I mean,
Mercari is
it's messaging.
It's messaging.
We try to answer all our messages as quick as possible. So if someone messages me on Mercari, I'm really fast about getting back to them on that.
Whether it's size, color, or clarifying, if we still have most people, I'm sure it's because, again, other sellers don't take down their items that are still available.
So a common question on Mercari is this item still available, even though it's
an active listing? But it's for a reason. They asked because they probably had an experience where.
Which they did. Yeah. I had a customer who asked if something was available. When I said yes, they apologized and said, I'm sorry for asking. I know that you have this for sale, but I've had an issue before where I purchased an item and it was no longer available, even though it was listed as available. So some people just want to take precaution and they'll ask before purchasing.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't get bothered because we understand and we answer.
Posh Party just started. Share your whole closet. Oh, we'll get on it.
Yeah, we'll get on it. I'm sure we have time after this.
We only had one incident on Mercari, and that was because we left the Target sticker.
Or Ross.
Target clearance sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Was left on an item, and the response was, I love the item, but it would have been better if I didn't see the $5 clearance sticker, because I feel like a fool for purchasing it for more. But we still got 5 stars.
Yeah, they still gave us 5 stars.
I just had a Mercari person ask if something was available 5 minutes ago. I answered and said, make an offer, done, end sale. Yes, it's as quick as that. When we had something similar on Mercari and Poshmark, And then, the Patagonia sale yesterday.
Yeah.
So if you follow us on Instagram, we made a sale yesterday on a, I think it was a 98 Patagonia plush zip-up sweater for women. And we had it listed at $125. I had someone ask about the sweater, if it was still available, if there's any rip stains or tears, if we would accept 80. We compromised at 85 and done and sold.
Yeah. And I mean, so this is a sweater that we got at a real good price. I forgot how much we got it for, but
$879.
Yeah. So $879. We listed high, but that doesn't mean, we have to sell at that price. So we have to be reasonable. And we would rather sell it for $20 less than what we had it listed for, if it means we're going to get an item out. The only reason we bring that up is because sometimes by trying to hold out for that price you want, it's worth it on certain items. But sometimes, especially I think in clothing, because clothing changes style and so much goes out there, take your sale when you can.
Yeah. We're
not saying take it at dirt cheap and lose money, but at the same time, learn to compromise a little.
On Mercari, if the item has been listed for a long time, it sometimes doesn't get shown correctly if it's still for sale.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's good to know. We don't shop on Mercari, so that's probably, we haven't seen that.
We don't shop much.
We don't shop, period.
Unless it's to be resold.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Wokey Riz. You're awesome too.
Appreciate it.
I am thankful that this community keeps it real and positive. I see Patagucci all the time. What is it? I think they're playing wordplay.
Yeah.
It's wordplay because Patagonia is like the Gucci of outdoor wear.
Yeah.
And I think College Picker came up with that term.
College Picker, if you guys don't follow him already, both on, he has YouTube as well as Instagram. He is like an encyclopedia of knowledge for a lot of vintage stuff. So it's really cool to follow him.
And specifically Patagonia. So I think more recently he put in his Instagram, he ordered a bunch of Patagonia magazines to show any of the Patagonia magazines for the last like 20 years or something. And so he's researching and looking through, and he is very welcoming to the community. So if you have anything that's Patagonia and you don't know how to title it in eBay and don't know what keywords to use, if you take a picture of the item with a clear picture of the tag, the RN number, where it's made, details on whatever item you have, and send it to him or tag him in your post, he will respond and help you clear that up. And the day that we found that sweater, we took a clean picture of it, took pictures of like every tag that was in it, sent it to him. He happened to have received his magazines.
Yeah, he was looking through it.
And he was on the magazine for the year that that sweater came out. And it was like by chance he happened to have it. He gave us the right title, and I listed it based on his suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, great help. He's really helped out because we couldn't find it. I mean, this is a vintage piece.
I didn't know to name it plush. I was like, oh, fleece, Patagonia, plaid something, and it was just not giving us the right things.
Yeah. I mean, we don't normally think of a sweater plush.
Val, thank you. Our Posh Closet is gorgeous.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
We both do the sharing, but she does the photos for clothing and shoes. So, I mean, those are her pictures.
I sold some used like new women's fry women's boots on Saturday for $41.50 plus shipping. I had best offer, but they bought it full price. That's awesome.
That is awesome. That is a
congrats
great
on that sale.
I don't know if you follow Pure Hustle Podcast, but they do hustles of the week. So if you tag them on that, let them know you got a hustle of the week there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a typo, Val. I think it was 150. Oh, that's even better. I thought it was like 41 missing a period 50, but it was $150 plus shipping. That's amazing. I don't think we've seen fry boots in the wild. Our shoe section here is not as great.
I think it's we don't thrift in the morning. So we thrift when we have time, which is normally in the afternoon, often before they close. So I think a lot of the shoe resellers raid the shops around us early on.
Yeah, 4K.
I mean, 4K. I was like, what?
What's hidden in those boots?
It's lined with gold.
Oh, nomads. Stop being cute.
So earlier, I don't know if you guys follow us on IG, I love to put random videos, but I do like to try to make them relatable to reselling or really just keep it motivated and positive, because we really do our best to, for ourselves, be positive. And we like to say be positive and be profitable. But I put up a short little thing about respect. And that's because with customer service,
with life,
I mean, I put on there that word respect is key for so many different things. And I put on there life, family, business, love, and community, because if you start your thoughts pretty much, if you're going to have an angry customer come your way and you start off with doing your best to be respectful, the outcome will be better. And in some cases, you might be respectful, you might be nice, and it will not be a great outcome. But as long as you know you did your part and you were respectful, I mean, that's always the best thing to do. Because when you start losing respect for someone, like if you don't have respect for your buyers, you're more prone to dismissing them, which is going to make it difficult to have good customer service. And again, that's in life too, in the community too. That's why we do our best to respond to everything we got. We do our best to be involved with everyone's stories, because we acknowledge everyone. Because I mean, whether you are just lurking around or not, I mean, we care to know, one, you're doing well, and two, hope you're having a good day.
Wasabi.
This is wasabi. For those who don't know, we have wasabi.
Wasabi and ginger.
Ginger was the previous one.
And wasabi's the baby.
He's not a baby. He's
a baby. He's a baby. He follows me around everywhere. He sleeps on me. He waits outside the restroom if I'm using it.
He doesn't like closed doors.
No. And he licks my arm in the morning when I'm asleep. Wasabi. That would be wasabi for the great. No, wasabi and ginger, because we like sushi, and we were coming up with names for our cats when we were adopting them a few years ago.
I think if we would have just gotten one cat,
it'd been Taco.
It would have been Taco. But we got two, so we're like, we can't call them Taco and Salsa. Like, that sounds weird. I don't know. I can't take Salsa. Then we're thinking about it.
Burrito. Oh, we said Taco and Burrito.
Yeah.
And then we decided on wasabi and ginger. Oh no, we're not gonna eat our cats. They're the perfect condiments. They're the
yin and yang. They are kind of yin and yang. Super affectionate. The other one is selectively affectionate.
The ambassadors of reselling.
The cats, yes, they are.
And Hugo does look good in red lipstick.
I live in filters.
Yes.
So curious, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in there. We'll do our best.
Wait, Val, you have 8 cats? Sugar, Squirt, Gibson, Jasper, Misty, JJ, Buddy, and Harper.
That's awesome. Now, are all those cats indoor cats? Because in our case, these guys are indoor only.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ours are. Indoor
only. So 8 cats inside, that would be fun.
Oh, yeah, and Enzo loves wasabi.
Yeah.
The black cat. The black wasabi. Cat. Only indoor.
Yeah. Everyone has different ways they take care of the animals.
Well, we have our 2 cats, and then we have 4 rabbits. We started with 3, and then we
started with 2.
Oh, yeah, we started with 2, then got 4, then it was 3 because 1 passed away, and then we more recently adopted a 4th one.
Yeah.
So 3 downstairs with Val, and then 5 upstairs with her daughter.
Awesome.
Oh, gee, Jess is allergic to cats. Actually,
I'm allergic to cats.
He was really allergic when we first got them.
Oh, it was real bad.
Like every day he was taking Zyrtec, and then I think over time he
stopped. I think my body was like, my body's like,
they're here forever.
I guess they're just here, aren't they? Fine. We'll stop fighting you.
What's your motivation to sell online? What's your motivation to sell online?
We like the independence of it. I mean, what's the guy's name again we've been listening to? Andy Frisella. So great podcast. She got me on it. She got Will and Jenny. And
that's because I got it from Loretta and Robin.
Yeah. Great podcast. It was on one of the stories she put up. But he made a great point.
Hip Flippin' Mama's here.
Hello. So in terms of our motivation is we want independence, but he made a good point that if you want to be successful in business, you're always going to be answering to someone, and that's your customers. So going back to customer service, that's why we put that key. But motivation for us to get in here is spending time together. We do pretty much all our businesses together. We're not always next to each other when we're doing these, but
we're doing it together and we have fun. We'll go, like for our reselling business, we thrift together and we'll do R8 together. Pictures, I mean, if I'm doing the clothing pictures, I usually do it by myself. But if we're doing hard goods, we're doing it in the garage together. We'll list together.
Yeah. I mean, we enjoy spending time and working together. So we're a good team. Thankfully, we're a good team. And it's like communication and respect between each other.
And we get to make money when we're not doing anything. Mm-hmm. Like we went, we went to Austin in September for his brother's fire academy graduation. And while we were gone for, I think it was 5 days.
Give or take, yeah.
About 5 days, we came back to 28 packages needing to be shipped.
Yeah, which was great. I mean, and that was the extended handling time, all the stuff that would hurt your store.
Yeah, we put eBay. We didn't go on vacation mode for eBay. We put on 10-day handling. And then we put vacation mode for Posh and Mercari. And we didn't work during those 5 days, but we still made sales, and that was amazing.
Yeah, it was good to know we were having sales going through, and that's always nice. And then we're also not extreme minimalists, but because we are to an extent minimalists, it's easy for us not to get attached to things. So we don't really shop for ourselves. So we didn't enjoy shopping much at all. But once we turned to reselling, we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go shopping. Get excited. It's really like a treasure hunt.
Hey, bud. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm curious. What motivates you guys to do reselling? And to be honest, like the business, it's easy. It's straightforward to do reselling in theory, but we got to be honest. It is not easy. It takes work. We do it part-time, and sometimes it feels full-time, but it's really part-time.
What would be the deciding factor for you guys to go full-time, if that's what we want to do? We would have to look at our finances. I mean, if you're going to go...
that's the biggest thing.
If you're going to go full-time, you really need to sit down and look at your budget, look at, how much does it cost for you to pay rent? How much are all your bills?
Pretty much the bills that are standard, the ones that are always going to be there.
Cost of living. What is your cost of living? And then I know we had talked to Yvonne about this from Yvonne Thrifty Rich, and she had talked about it. And it was, I think it was like your cost of living, and then she multiplied it by something.
She had her own formula that she goes by. I'm sure she heard it somewhere too. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what's your cost of living. And for some people, if you like your standard of living and you don't want to change it, you don't need to go higher, but you don't want to go lower, then you really have to focus on how can I make enough to pay the bills and have a little bit extra just in case.
Yeah.
And other times I know people who look at their business and say, you know what, I can downsize to lower my costs so that I can go into reselling full time, because if I'm downsizing, I lower my cost of living and then I'm good. In our case, if we can cover our bills with reselling, we would adjust the other jobs we got because we still enjoy training. You enjoy working with the school.
Yeah.
The restaurant is a family business, so I would just probably do less time there. But it's family, so you gotta respect that.
Yeah, reselling gets Lisa out, meeting people. I love being my own boss and living frugally. Yeah, and the freedom that you have reselling, this is, you know, 100% your own. Oh, and then everyone, Hip Flip and Mom is going to have a live jewelry auction tomorrow night.
Awesome.
I think we made a sale. Yes, we did.
Yeah, yeah.
But live jewelry auction tomorrow on her channel. So 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast, that would be 4 p.m. We are definitely going to try and make it. I should be off of work by then, hopefully. Yeah, hard goods. Hugo does the hard goods. For the most part, he does the hard goods.
Yeah. A variety of hard goods. I like electronics, collectibles. I'm a sucker for vintage electronics. I do my best to find a reason to buy it. But at the end of the day, I won't pick it up if there really is no financial reason to get it. There's times I come up on vintage video cameras, the old, like literally spinning it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I want to pick it up because I'd hate to see that get thrown away, but that's not worth it. There's no reason for me to pick it up.
Nomads, we love the potential, the fact that we can grow if we work hard and push ourselves. It's training us to be resilient, and through determination, gives us the opportunity to grow to the level that we push. Exactly. And that's what we like about it. You're going to get what you put in. I hate listing clothes, and I still have so much left. To be honest, in the beginning, it was mostly hard goods, and then we had cleaned out our house and we sold hard goods around the house because I hated taking pictures of clothes. It wasn't until we got our new setup that clothing pictures was enjoyable for me. And it was only because of the setup for me. And I don't do flat lays. I don't have the patience, I think, for it.
Yeah, they come out real nice, but it's a little more time consuming, and you're a speed demon.
Yeah, Thrifty Nomads, awesome partnership. And they're learning and doing this, learning as individuals, and then learning how to build this together as a team. And I think it's going to make, if you're doing this with your partner, make you stronger working together. Well, or not.
Yeah. And then if you're not working with a partner or spouse, if you're doing this alone, and we hear plenty of stories where your other half doesn't support or believe, keep pushing. Because as long as you believe that this is for you and you have the passion and energy to put into it, don't worry about anyone that's a naysayer. Just keep working at it. And instead of trying to convince them, just do your part to work, and your results will convince people.
Yeah, watching something I've built up and grow and reaping the benefits from the work I've put in. Yeah, I mean, that's what we really enjoy about this, because we're reaping the benefits of what we're putting into it.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that just because you list 5 items a day for 10 days, it's going to exactly turn into the same number for us as it does for you. Different items result in different sales. And
our locations, because our cost of goods is different.
Cost of goods, yeah. So it's putting in work, but also being relevant.
Yeah.
So keep your prices relevant.
Oh, Lisa, I'll be honest. I have not listed that yet. The cat that I showed you, I still haven't listed it.
Which cat?
The 2 wooden cats that are next to each other, and Lisa and I were talking about it online. I totally got sidetracked, and I've been listing my 200 items of clothes, and I haven't. But you reminded me, so. And that picture got pushed into another folder, so I definitely got to get on that.
Yeah, throw all your pictures, everything got pushed back.
Exactly. So Nomads is going to have a YouTube video drop soon. I'm not going to give an exact date because I don't know it, but it's coming up, and they're going to show how they create their perfect flat lay. And it's really cool. We actually have the desk that they use, which is your desk.
Yeah, my desk. They just set up the angles on this desk.
And it looks great. And their setup is perfect.
And Will's a taller guy, so he was explaining how doing flat lays.
They're both taller than us.
Yeah. He explains how he would get back pain from dealing with the flat lays on. So setting this setup really helped even his back pain.
Yeah. So I mean, for them, they love the flat lays, and for me, I because of the room where I do my pictures, the right lighting comes in and I get the perfect white background on the wall, and I'm able to get through a lot of clothing items quickly. And that for me is how I'm motivated to keep going, because I'm able to get through those pictures quickly.
Yeah. And speaking of Nomads, so if you haven't subscribed to them, you should go check them out. Most people here on the chat, I believe, are right on there with them. Amazing couple. If you're watching this later on, check out their channel. They started dropping some real good videos.
They dropped one today on their estate sale this past weekend. So if you haven't watched it, go to their channel and watch it. It's a quick, I think it was 10-minute video.
Yeah, give or take. But real good stuff. We don't have an exact time, but this upcoming Wednesday,
we'll be going live with them
at night. So it's really for our night owls, because who knows how late we're going to do it yet. We don't know.
But we'll be on, and we're going to go over some of our monthly goals this month.
And by goals, it'll be business. It'll be personal. I mean, we want to talk about well-rounded balance, because at the end of the day, too, reselling, part of the purpose for most people is finding a way to get balance in their lives, more time with family, more time with their loved one, or more time for a second business. So we're going to talk about what's going to work.
Oh, Mama, it's going to be on Wednesday, and it's going to be probably after 8. It's probably going to be after 8 our time, which will be kind of late for you.
Yeah. We don't have a set time because, again, it depends on our schedule, because we have training and whatnot. So
that's what was going on Wednesday I was asking you about, right?
I think that's what and if you guys want to join us there, you guys are more than welcome to join us and bring your own set of goals for the month, and we could talk about them.
And how now that she's a full-time reseller, she stays up late now. So you can stay up late and catch us, and we can all talk about our goals together and how we're going to reach them together as a community, and help each other stay accountable. Yeah.
And then also, before we look,
Kenneth is here.
Got here right at the end, but it's okay. Always appreciate it. For anyone in Southern California, March 30th.
Oh, yeah, March 30th. If you are in town, or, in Oregon and driving down, we will be at Red Robin for Pure Hustle Podcast's SoCal meetup. It's going to be March 30th, Red Robin in Santa Ana from 4 to 7. And we'll be there. Thrifting Nomads will be there. West Coast Goods has already RSVP'd, and they will be giving a Dymo printer away, I believe. Yeah,
or something. They're going to have a giveaway associated too. So if you guys are in the area, head on over to Pure Hustle Podcast IG. They have a link to RSVP to get a number down.
Yeah. But we'll be heading out because it's almost an hour.
Yeah.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate you all. We appreciate everyone that has supported us along the way. We really welcome all the comments that you guys send toward us, our DMs, comments on our posts, answering our polls and our questions and our stories.
And we don't do those to annoy you guys. It's just we really care what's going on with you guys, what you guys do, what you guys think.
If there's anything we can help with.
Yeah, and then we're also going to work on it. So we have crazy schedules, but we'll figure out how to do our own videos about our own processes, because everyone does things a little differently. Maybe what she does for listing and taking pictures helps somebody else out there. Yeah.
But thanks for joining us, and we will see you all on Wednesday, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And if you can't catch it live, it's going to be saved, so you'll be able to watch it later. If you guys have any questions, you guys could always, the quickest way to find both of us is in Instagram.
Sell quick, ship quick.
All right, everyone. Thank you again. And don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll know when we're on.
Toodles.
Bye.